Welcome to the Inspiring You Show. I'm Henry, and this, my friends, is vibrational experience, a remembering of the truth of who we are. Content is letting coded to assist you on your journey if you wish to receive for your highest good. So, my friends, we're going to be doing an energy update for the new moon in Taurus. So, as we move past the upheavals, the stormy energies, and the tumultuous energies, my friends, of the eclipse season and previous lunar cycles, the promise of the Taurus new moon occurring on May 7th anchors us into a place of nourishing and comforting stability. Woo! I don't know about you, friends, but glad to hear that. So, this new moon becomes a turning point for a realignment of intentions, birth from newfound clear mindedness, from clarity, insights, and assimilation. The overall atmosphere appears calmer now, but don't get too complacent as unexpected events and opportunities are still possible. This is an earthly and grounded energy that can support renewal, planting seeds of new intentions for the future, and manifesting and facilitating the cultivation of tranquility, peace, and more space or room in your existence. So, this new lunar phase is all about relishing in life's pleasures and basking in the sensory nourishment our planet has to offer. So picture yourself being nourished, grounded, nurtured, rooted, energized, revitalized, rebalanced, recharged, and renewed. What may get in the way of this, maybe, my friends, you want to check in where you are in your human experience. If there's any stubbornness or resistance or unwillingness to let go of some attachment to how things should be unfolding in your life. So, with that, my friends, check in to see where you are because sometimes your own inflexibility or reluctance to relinquish rigid expectations may serve as hurdles impeding this process. Particularly in the face of an unforeseen event or opportunity, it's vital to stay adaptable, be flexible, and trust in the larger cosmic plan. So, as things rapidly shift and turn, the compelling energy of the new moon invites us to slow our pace, steady our energy, and discover tranquility. Change may be a constant, but amidst the upheaval, the soothing vibes of the new moon provide a safe haven for rejuvenation to rediscover our equilibrium and relish in the calming serenity of stillness. So, Taurus is the sign of the bull. The bull is nourished by the grass that it grazes on. In return, the bull nourishes and feeds the soil with its manure. When things are in balance, this cycle of nourishment occurs and everyone is able to get what they need. Just like the Taurus, the bull, our lives are about balance of nourishment. Like a grass grazing bull gives back to the soil. When this cycle of nourishment is balanced, everyone is adequately sustained and gets what they need. However, friends, when there's a disturbance or imbalance in this cycle, the bull ends up feeling insecure, irritable, and potentially hostile. It's often assumed that Taurus is a sign that resists change or is adverse to change, but really it's more upset about the balance of it's more upset about the imbalance in nourishment. So it's more upset about the imbalance in nourishment. When the cycle is not flowing in harmony, that is when we see more obstinate, stubborn, inflexible, and rigid aspects of Taurus traits. Drawing from this, we really want to aim to create a harmonious cycle of nourishment in our own lives under the Taurus new moon influence. This involves striking a balance between giving and receiving, my friends. And so here are some reflection questions. How can I cultivate a greater sense of stability and security in my life? How can I create a greater sense of stability and security in my life? And then reflect on the flow of giving and receiving in your life. So reflect on the flow of giving and receiving in your life. Are you balanced with giving and receiving? Are there areas where you can give more freely or receive more with gratitude? And so giving and receiving is the same cycle of energy. And so that's why it's about balancing the giving and receiving. So, how can we bring balance to flow of giving and receiving? How can we create a cycle of nourishment in our own lives? So, in the hustle and bustle of the contemporary world, it's really easy, my friends, to find ourselves feeling unheard, undernourished, or unfulfilled. The imbalance in the nourishment cycle that seems effortlessly balanced by nature just seems to have it all figured out. And it becomes all too evident. So you want to check in to see where you are in your own connection of your nourishment cycle. Granted, finding this balance may seem daunting or even unattainable for some of us at this time. However, let's take comfort in knowing that the Taurus new moon aligns with us, offering the necessary support and encouraging us to take some steps, even if they're small steps. So, for most of us, the journey to balancing this cycle starts with reconnecting with our inner self, finding quietness and listening to our innate wisdom, giving ourselves what we need. That's where this communal harmony originates. Ultimately, achieving this balance begins with our inner state of being, where we are in our beingness. And so, if you are needing some support in this, there is going to be a new moon mindful Reiki energy healing meditation that will be in the next episode. So if you feel like you need support, you can head there after this. So, with that, let's talk about the new moon in Taurus and the planet of sudden events. That's right, the planet of Uranus. So, this Taurus new moon hosts a particularly powerful interaction with Uranus, the planet known for surprises, unpredictability, awakenings, and sudden change. Uranus energy might stir feelings of restlessness or even create a sense of imbalance. Its energy can create some upheaval that may feel challenging to navigate or that may create a feeling of instability. So make sure to use your tools, my friends. Remember also, it's all happening for the highest good. And I know sometimes it can be like, this does not feel like it feels like we're happening to us, not for the highest good. But changing your mindset in that will really support you. So here's the thing about Uranus, it encourages us to lean into the current, to escape the monotony and embrace novelty, embrace the new. Even if it feels a little uneasy, there's always an important lesson lurking within Uranus's wild card energy. Uranus really wants us to go with the flow. It wants us to get out of rigid structures and routine and to allow our next phase of evolution, our next volume, what is possibly new for us. While this is not always comfortable when being called to move out of our comfort zones, and that's why using tools can really support you and help you through this process, my friends. But my friends, if you stumble upon something unforeseen during this Taurus new moon, friends, try to surrender to the rhythm and let it guide you. Instead of resisting, refocus. So instead of resisting, refocus. What do you need to feel nurtured? Responding from a place of genuine self truth allows the cycle of nourishment to start flowing again. And this is what it's all about, my friends. Learning how to embrace the flow and allow yourself to be able to be flexible and go with the flow rather than try to control. It's all about it's all about that. It's all about then coming back to yourself and refocusing on what you need to feel nourished. When we do this from a place of authentic truth, the cycle of nourishment begins to flow once again, my friends. So, with that, where it's also connecting in, this new moon is also connecting in to Jupiter. So, Taurus new moon and the planet of abundance. Aligned with this forthcoming new moon in Taurus is Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance. This planet will be close to the new moon, which activates the energies from the recent Jupiter Uranus conjunction we observed a few weeks ago, making the initiation of the fresh 14-year cycle. This Jupiter Uranus conjunction has us standing on the precipice of change. It nudges us towards discarding antiquated ways, old systems, urging us to shift some ideals and values and possibly adopt even unfamiliar perspectives. It implores us to gaze upon it implores us to gaze forward. So it implores us to gaze forward and consider transforming some deeply held beliefs and values and allowing for a shifting for a new way of beingness. Under the celestial embrace of Jupiter and Uranus come together under the Taurus New Moon, it's calling us to let go of old ways and bringing in something new. You see the theme here, my friends? So all these planets and everything, the moon, all the celestial events are lining up to help us clear non-beneficial patterns and programs, old ways, antiquated ways, to allow us to shift into something new. So whatever surprising or unexpected events emerge from you at the end of April may bubble up more under the Taurus new moon. Perhaps you'll discover new information. You may even sense a stronger sense of direction, a clearer path of where life is leading you. Clarity is one of the themes of this month. And if you haven't already listened to it, the energy forecast of the month is up in a previous episode. And if you feel like you need extra support with the energy of the month, there is a dowsing that goes along with the energy of the month that is available to my Patreon members for all access level or in the Inspiring You podcast, paid podcast. So you can check out either one if you wish to receive extra support. So even though this new moon harbors a touch of unstable, wobbly energy, it primarily serves as a beautiful reminder to decelerate, to slow down, my friends, and to pivot our attention towards revival in nourishment, rejuvenation, my friends. In what ways can we rejuvenate, revitalize ourselves from the core inside out? That is one of the reflection questions. In what ways can we rejuvenate, revitalize ourselves from the core inside out? And then let this invigoration light flow outward as a reminder to others to be inspired to rekindle their own light of rejuvenation. So, because my friends, we are all here in a collective experience, and it can be so inspiring when one person sees another person shift. They're like, "Whoa, what's going on there?" And then it reminds them to rekindle their light of rejuvenation. And that is just so awe-inspiring. So, when ideal guidance, my friends, seems elusive, retreat to the emblem of the bull. This mighty creature will guide us not only during the May new moon, but throughout the entire Taurus season too. The bull is an emblem of grandeur and is considered a divine symbol from a divine sign from the universe, assuring us that we are not bearing our weights alone. This potent, this powerful, robust bull beacons the universe is cradling us, encouraging you, and granting you the strength needed for your ongoing journey. So clasp tightly onto this message during the Taurus new moon. Harness your own bull-inspired strength to navigate the what's going on ahead and trust in the bull's support accompanying you, my friends. So that is it for the new moon in May Taurus update. My friends, if you're interested in doing the mindful Reiki energy healing meditation that goes along with this, head to the next episode. If you feel like you want more about the energy forecast, head to the previous episode for the entire May energy forecast. And again, if you're interested in doing the dowsing, the group dowsing that goes along with this energy forecast, please head to either the paid podcast subscription and sign up for Inspiring You or to the Inspiring You Patreon, which I'll put the links in the description area. Again, my friends, thank you so much for joining. And just a reminder, please be gentle with yourself today. If you feel like you need to rest, allow your body to do so. Really practice listening to your body. And remember, everyone has the ability to connect into their self-healer. Activating it can generally be a key to it. Learning how to shift from lower vibrational frequencies into higher is a process to learn, grow, and master. Be patient with yourself as you discover the ability to do so. Also, there is nothing more important than your health and well-being. So take care to love yourself while navigating this new terrain. Regularly assess how you are feeling. Tune in with yourself. Ask what you need to support yourself. And if you can, meditate regularly. And also, my friends, please, if you can do me the favor to like, follow, leave a comment. That would really help as well. Much, much appreciation on that. And before we go, we always want to delink. So say this after me if this resonates with you. I asked to break the links with this podcast episode. I asked to break the links with this episode. I asked to break the Reiki links, leaving only harmony and balance at either ends. I also asked to clear any residual energies being held in my body as a result of these links. I ask that light Reiki fill all the void cells, rejuvenates, refreshes, revitalizes for my highest good with ease and grace. And so it is. Thank you, my friends. May peace be with all of you. Much, much love to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me.